And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. We have.
How you doing?
I don't know where he is on the screen in relation to
He's
me.
over
but...
there. He's over there. He's over there.
Wait, hang on.
Beside
I don't know which
Del.
way the
So
no,
for me, it's up and that way.
that way.
I think.
We have a person.
That way. That way.
Yes.
It's all wave.
The former ringmaster
it's-
has
it's-
returned.
Oh. Oh,
Magic Man, thank you for the
Thank
subscription.
you, Magic
Everybody
Man.
gets some hero points. And yes,
Oh my god.
I know you do that to make me jump, and that was loud. I don't have my headphones on yet.
Let me share this.
So everyone gets some hero points.
42 months.
None for you because
Nice.
you're a member of the show. So, resubscribe during the other shows so they can get the stuff. But thank you for the subscriptions.
So do hero points carry over from when I wasn't here? Do I have like 20?
You have two.
No.
You have two. I've got to fix up the overlay for that because it's still set up for Lemmy. And I'm going to take this damn hat off because I can't put my head back. Well done. We do have a hype train going, by the way, and we've only just started the show.
Hype.
I know.
It's close.
So
It's
welcome
close hype.
welcome to Circus of the Broken Chain. I just really wanted to do that.
Oh.
Now, see, if you want to do a voice like that, you got to start putting on an accent like this.
And then you put the voice one on top of that. Cool.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Circus of the Broken Chain.
There we go. Thank you, Lemmy.
Yay, hype chain.
There we go.
Lemmy.
And that's another hero point to everybody. I'm delivering the cards first for
It's a
everything
gift
else.
sub. So isn't it two?
Was that a gift sub?
That was a gift sub.
Yeah.
That's maxing people out.
Question,
haven't even
if
caught up
we,
with the
if we as
overlay
cast
yet.
members if we as cast members give away gift subs, does that count?
No.
Can we then get the hero point from the damn it?
Because it's
Can't buy here.
Lorian's like,
How much-
how can I make sure I don't die?
Fuck you,
I've
I'm a
invested
subscribe
too
anyway.
much into art.
How much money can I spend before I get the hero point? That's the question.
okay. So I've got to update the. You do introductions. I've got to update the overlay. Will, introduce yourself. It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while. Yes. So hey everybody. My name is Will. I've not been here for a moment of time. It's been a long time since I've been here on the show. It's been a long time since I've played Pathfinder, actually. But it's yeah, I mean, I have nothing else to say. Honestly, very excited to be here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, I just hope the group doesn't come find me in the game. I hope I'm just silent the whole session. I hope that you guys
Gonna
just
hunt you
work at the-
down.
you work at the circus the whole time and I'm just quiet for 3 hours. That'd be perfect. I'd love that. That'd be way more fun. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun today. And welcome back, everybody. Wait, no. I'm not supposed to say that.
I was about to say,
Welcome
wrong
back,
way around.
Welcome back, me. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Okay. Del.
Hi everyone, I'm Del. I will be playing Lieriel the Liberated, your Elven Aasimar escape artist and cleric of Calistria. Will, did you say who you were playing, or did you just say hi?
I just said hi.
Right there. That's the character right there. Underneath.
Anyway, yep. Very excited to have the gang back together again. So let's see what nefarious deeds we get up to.
I just want to say also thank you for the hero cards because when you donate to them, I get one, and I've got one for will saves, one for fort saves, and one for reflex saves now.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
They're
Is
using
that
So
what
we're
the
gonna
gonna
do you
bigger
any
ones.
good
roleplay
if I
through the
kill you?
Yeah, we're gonna roleplay though through the entire session. So then Karsh throws those away and
Okay.
gets new ones.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what we gotta
okay.
do. What we gotta
Okay,
do.
but okay, I just want to put this out there. Jojyre's grand reintroduction. Azzy and Lieriel find him at the brothel.
Maybe. Am I gonna need a little quick card for that? Or is that
Jojyre needed a job.
It's gainful employment.
Yeah.
Lion?
I did
Hi.
send him to a brothel in my message to him.
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross. I'll be playing Azzy, the kobold sorcerer, and
I think we broke him.
well, I'm trying to find the right words to say. My mind is broken. It has always been broken. The stand-in ringleader for the time being. We'll see how long that continues now that.
But who has the
It'll be
real
interesting.
ringmaster's staff?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry,
I'm going
not
to
real.
use it
Who has
to-
the magical ringmaster staff? I should say.
Yeah, I raised my. I have it. Yes.
Why didn't you give
I'm
it to
going
the
to-
ringmaster?
I don't know because we were busy. And I also
Remind me.
might want to use it to beat Dusklight to death.
Remind me, Jojyre is half elven, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay,
that is
cool.
a true fact.
Why does that matter?
Because we got.
Boom.
It's the racist cloak thing.
Yeah.
Alright, this cloak thing. Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can turn that down. I don't think I can though.
What's
No,
important is
because
he's half human, half elven.
Emi.
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi, and I'm playing Leafy, the Leshy Druid. And yeah, I'm super excited. But today's rune is Hagalaz, which is one about like disruptive natural forces and elemental power, which it popped up a lot when we were doing stuff with the Aeon Tower, I will say. So I wonder if that stuff's gonna come up. I'm not sure. It's just maybe a lot of nature stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
That's
it's
what I'm writing
Azzy
in
and
my
Le-
note.
Azzy and
Rune
Leafy's session.
nature shit.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to sort of draw attention to the fact that I've got like a pretty. I didn't have it in time for the show last week, but I got a pretty sick Azzy sort of waistcoat
Yeah.
going on.
Very nice.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I'm committing to like the cosplay pretty hard.
Slowly but surely,
Even
everyone's
got,
looking
even
for
got
this
a little shark tooth necklace.
Sadly,
Shark tooth necklace, a cowrie shell. It's all ocean themed, baby.
Mhm.
Sadly, I can't cosplay as Leafy because
Green
IP.
screens.
Eventually,
Green screen.
eventually, I'm just gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be outside. It's like, oh, yeah.
just here's a plant.
You got a flowery shirt. You got a flowery shirt. That works.
Yeah.
Yes, but green screens is a problem.
Hmm.
MLP.
Yeah, nothing much to say here. I mean, pretty much outdone by everybody else. I'm MrLiveProducer. I'm playing Jake Blazing Fury, or Shuni Fire Twirling, great mall smasher of people, and it's gonna be fun, especially when everyone sees where Jojyre is, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm just waiting for the in-game RP now. It's gonna be insane.
That'd be great.
So, while everyone's now updated with the overlay and with the cards, don't forget to check the cards because I'm about to do my little bit of spiel. So, in the background, you're hearing Syrinscape. Syrinscape is not a sponsor, but they do amazing audio for both board games and role-playing content. You can use it online and offline. Again, not a sponsor, but check them out at syrinscape.com. The artist that did all the amazing overlay and artwork and character art and everything for this was Hidekiri Chibi. You can commission her at bestokecc.com.au. She's a full-time commission artist, well, part-time commission artist at the moment, but she does amazing artwork and is very adaptable and probably the most professional artist that I've actually worked with. Also, you can donate to the channel, which has already happened a little bit, and those donations help out our players to give them hero points. That's what those little stars are above them. They max out at 5. Those can be used as for rerolls, or they can all be blown away to save a character's life, which has happened recently, at least in recent times. But we're at the start of a book, or the start of a scenario. We've finished chapter 2. It's actually probably about chapter 4 because they break it into weird bits. But we're not finished the book. At the end of last session, we did our big show, and there was some creature lurking in the shadows, invisible, trying to lure Fidget back to the schoolhouse. But he didn't really know what it was. It's showed itself briefly as like a little, almost prickly, was it prickly fish or coral type thing, but otherwise you didn't really get to see it because then it flashed back invisible again. But it seemed to not have the best wishes for the circus. We also left last week with a message going out. And because I'm me, Dale, what was the message?
Oh, sorry.
She writes
Give me
notes, I
just
know.
a second. Yes. So, Lieriel did run the message by the others in the group first. Changed it a little bit. And the night after the show, messaged Jojyre Van Reek saying, "We need more information, timelines, numbers, whoever the hell you think we can find to defend us that apparently we hate. We know Dusklight has been sacrificing people at Moonstone Hall. The city guard knows too, but they haven't offered help, even after the attack. That's not to mention the person that's been infiltrating and imitating us. Anything you can tell us, tell us. Find a way. I have a friend at the Sacred Saver, Rev. She knows me as Lavana. I'll be at the Silver Tankard tomorrow night if I can. If it's busy, you'll blend in. I'll try to be at the Gridded Glass the night after if that's safer for you. I can cast message, so you needn't be too near me so long as I can see you. And if you write in Elven. Don't get yourself killed. Leafy's worried." That is the message that appears in his dreams.
If Jojyre still sleeps.
It reaches him at all. If Jojyre still sleeps, who knows? He could be a poor insomniac with all of the bullshit that he has pulled against us.
I thought no, that wasn't Jojyre. That was Ash. Was the insomniac?
Yeah.
Maybe Will has a type for the characters that he plays.
Yeah. You know, it's just pulling in from real life. I just don't sleep. So.
So the big show goes off without a hitch. There's celebrations after the Griggs tried to force celebrations on the townsfolk before they were leaving. But after everyone's left, everyone's gone home. Everyone's nice and quiet around the campfire. Congratulating and happy that they've had a successful performance. And seemingly better than the last one? Well,
Equal. They were both crit successes.
no, but I mean less issues.
Oh. Yeah. Just a few.
More
You are.
issues in performances.
Well,
Okay.
there was failures in the performances, but hey, I mean conflicts and other bits and pieces, complications.
Hey, we got through the last show with strategic use of clowns.
And math.
So, where are we going to set our first scene?
I would say in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, I think a lot of us went to bed early, if I remember correctly.
I mean, we just
After-
had a show,
hmm
and probably
Jake was able to talk down the Griggs.
yes, that was the Griggs. Sorry, I kind of was almost comatose at the end of the last session.
It's very late.
Yeah. It's very late for me.
hmm
So I would say that everyone's probably waking up from whatever they from the circus performance and probably gather around the campfire.
Okay.
Unless someone else has got anything else they want to say.
Leafy's going to take time to check on all the animals before she goes meets up with everyone.
All the animals are nice and safe, and there's Eliza's said she's going to go out into the surrounding areas with a few people to help her and protect her, Because she still has quite a few snakes to capture.
Do they know about the areas where they're not supposed to go?
Yes.
Good.
If they didn't, Leafy would probably tell them.
Yep.
And if you do need some extra help, please let me know.
It'll be fine. It's not the first time they've been... Well, this has happened.
Okay.
I'd say that they're just wanting to stretch their legs, but... And she just leaves that and walks. Snake jokes. What can I say?
Yeah.
10 out of 10. I should make a 10 out of 10 side. Hold it up.
Okay. Gonna go meet with everyone then.
Probably at this point, Jake is at the campfire, just brewing his cups of tea, and just wondering what's going to happen during the day. Because, yeah, fun stuff.
As he probably would have done his usual morning routine of getting up, going down to the water to sort of like catch the early morning sun before heading to the campfire as well.
I have to ask the question: does Azzy do yoga in the morning?
Not yoga. He does like he's kind of like meditation.
So he doesn't do downward facing kobold.
No downward facing dog. No Paizo flip. No mountain. No warrior
Fair
3
enough.
pose. None of that.
Group meditation sessions.
Which is funny because I did Paizo this morning. I did yoga this morning. So
Ah,
but no,
Okay.
it's just sort of like be by the water, listen to the running of water, kind of like get yourself in like a calm mindset for the day.
Yeah. Lieriel would wake up and head over to Jake pretty early in the morning, and she's got like a notebook out and just writes in it while sipping her tea. All right. So
Well, congrats on the show, everyone.
Yes.
Went surprisingly well.
not
Yeah,
surprisingly.
Well, it was a rocky start, put it that way.
yeah,
Perhaps.
we're going to need someone to have a look at the center pole on the big tent and figure out how badly damaged it is.
We can see if some of the more carpentry-minded roustabouts can take a look at that today or tomorrow. My thought was also just, because they did so well last time, maybe have a few in pairs, go get our posters and pay the tax as well, just so that we can focus on things and not leave the circus undefended. But yes, obviously, not alone at this point in time.
So the city wants us to look after the entertainment problem at the moment.
Yeah, we're to take it in. We're to capture them alive, bring them in for justice. Which, I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, Lieriel, but it's pretty much what we were going to do anyway, minus the alive part.
It's not the alive part that I don't like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd happily see Dusklight dead, but watching her rot in prison is not a bad idea. It's more just a general distaste for how things are run nowadays in Escadar.
All right.
But, it is what it is. And frankly, if we can use it to our benefit, then we can use it to our benefit. If it means that the guards of Escadar aren't going to be hauling us off to prison, then I'll take it.
Sure. How do
The
we,
real...
how do
Sorry.
we even approach this?
I mean, if we're going to listen to what our dear deserting friend has told us, we'd stay put, gather our resources, gather our allies, keep our strength up. And I guess wait to be attacked.
Speaking about strength, we should really make sure we've got everything we need. Make sure we're all tooled up and ready to go.
Mhm.
What
I-
what about this group looking for Fidget and siblings?
I feel like that's just another reason to keep ourselves strong here. I mean, my guess is that the group looking for Fidget, it's the gang that had some problems with alchemy, the gang whose leader, we were told, just decided to drop by in the city that the guard is so busy with that they can't, deal with the person that's been sacrificing people to a demon lord. Is clearly not as important as the person sacrificing people to a demon lord. They might look for Fidget and their siblings here, but they already raided us. Wasn't that them that raided us before?
Mm-mm.
Or was that also the Menagerie? Who the fuck knows?
Coming to a new city, they
Stop
said.
raiding
We won't
us.
make enemies, they said. I think you can count the enemies on one hand.
Well, we didn't make enemies. They just had to deal with existing enemies.
Just a GM's note here. It was clear that the people that recently attacked was the Menagerie, and
We know that, yeah, the
spoken.
recent... We've been attacked before, though.
Yeah.
We know that the recent one...
Which attacked? First one, second one, third one?
The initial was suspected of Menagerie.
Yeah. Suspected Menagerie, also a little bit suspected the gang. We didn't know for sure.
The gang
But-
you met on the road,
Don't we also
Oh,
know
yeah.
and then
that
sent them
one.
into Calclax
And then saved them.
and saved them, then yes. So
don't
So
It's
we
called
hopefully they're
playing
not
the
going to
long
come here
game.
again.
We saved them, so they think, we're good people. We saved them. We don't have anyone they need.
don't we also know that the weird water voice thing from the last night knew
Oh,
who
no,
Fidget was?
Yeah,
We don't know that, do we?
I would have told everyone.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah, there
Fidget
was a-
mentioned to us.
There was definitely like that weird voice. And it was like spoke with me saying you're not doing a good job running the show, and then it went off to apparently it was talking to Fidget as well.
Well, I think at least for that, let's wait. Let's see if it shows up again. Because if it was just bothering us during a show, if it was just trying to knock us off our game, then we've got 7 days before we have to worry about it again. And if not, then we're here.
I've just been informed from our previous Fidget player that yes, they would have told everybody about them knowing about the siblings being there, which would more indicate that they were from the gang.
Yeah. Look, we've got a lot of problems, but at this point in time,
Dust Lock ain't one.
we don't have any solutions.
No.
What could we do? What do we need to know? And can we find out what we need to know?
What we could do, well, let's get the first and obvious one out of the way. We could waltz up to the Celestial Menagerie, knock on their front door, and take them into custody, like fight them right there and then. That's one option. Probably not a very sensible one, but one that I think should be said anyway for completion's sake.
All right.
Option number 2. We wait here. We wait for them to come and attack us. Same thing, basically. We're just expecting a fight, and then we get into a fight, although it's on our territory now. But then they choose the time, not us. So there's pros and cons for both.
And people around here aren't fighters; they're entertainers.
They are.
And we risk getting the everyone else who's not a fighter caught up in this mess as well. So also maybe not a good idea.
One thing I was considering last night is potentially if it would be safe to essentially hide some of our people within the city. We know that, a couple people have gone missing, but hopefully if we, put them up in rooms, give them enough rations and food to just hold tight for a little bit, they're not going to be in as much danger. But I don't know how good of a hold Dusklight has on the city, how good of a watch she keeps over it.
Wouldn't that make it harder to make sure everyone's safe if they're all spread out?
That's
it would.
Also true.
Yes.
It provides go missing and we wouldn't know.
Yeah. It provides as much security as it provides risk. A little bit of each. Depending on what Dusklight's planning to do.
I'd rather not increase risk, even if it does mean increasing security. I think the increase in risk is a bigger problem than is solved by the increase in security, if that makes any sense.
Another option. I mean,
but that's not an option. That's just like that's not an option for dealing with Dusklight.
I meant, sorry. Another option ahead of that. We got a lot of very valuable things. If we sell some of it, we might be able to send them on a ship ahead of us. Just close up here. I don't love it because it's very much us turning tail and running, but...
Well, that was going to be my third suggestion, is that we say this is not our fight and we just leave.
I didn't mean all of us. No, I meant those of us that can't fight.
Well, okay, well that's one of one of the other options. Again, this is just putting these out there, not necessarily the ones we're going to follow, but one of our options is all of us just says, yeah, no, forget this, and we all just go and try and live our life elsewhere. I don't know how tenacious they are. Like, if are they gonna follow us or?
Yes, they saw us in Appleton.
I think that the people figuring shit out with the towers, they'll follow us. I don't know if the menagerie will, because they followed us from the tower in the first place, and we still haven't found whoever it was that impersonated Ash and Mordain. But I don't know if Dusklight will follow us. At least not if we're going across, into another island. I mean, she completely fucking failed in Absalom. I think it would kill her to go back there.
True.
Not that we're really ready for it either. But there are people, presuming she hasn't sacrificed them all in the Celestial Menagerie, that we didn't get out before, and I want to get out this time while we're here.
That might involve us actually going there and actually asking them, taking care of the problem, and getting who we can out.
Another option is we try and feint a parlay with them. and then maybe lure them out somewhere. So we just want to talk. Lie. It would be a lie, and then take care of them then.
I think the problem with that is it gives them time to prepare,
Sure,
scope out the
yeah.
location ahead of time to know, hey, we'll be here. And I don't think that they'll come pretending to talk.
Honestly, there's very little I can see other than a direct confrontation.
I don't know if there's anything but a direct confrontation. The last thing that I can think about is I've already sent a message to our inside person, so to speak, presuming that they haven't totally fooled us. We can try and get more information. See if they know when and where Dusklight is planning this. If they know how many people Dusklight has, what their abilities are, we can figure out what we're going to need to defend against.
As much as I hate saying this, it might be the best idea. More
I mean, thank
information
you. That
probably
is why I
best.
sent the message last night. Lieriel just gives a very non-humble, like...
As much as I hate saying this, also might be easy to reach out to Mordain, see what they know. If
We
they're
don't
not
know where
work-
Mordain is. I mean, I can send her a message like I sent one to, but
Yeah, but make it more surreal.
ooh, I am the ghost of your mistakes past. Come meet with me at this tavern.
Do you believe in fortune? I just want to be big. I have no idea. I have weapon, I see bad guy, I hit them. Sometimes I lick them, but that's beside the point. I leave. Let's just do what we need to do to protect our friends.
So what are we going to do today? If we just take this one day at a time, do we think the Dusklight is going to attack today?
No. I have no basis for saying that. It's a gut feeling.
Jake takes a coin out of his pocket, flips it. It comes up heads. Not today.
It's been 3 days since they attacked.
If they were going to attack, they would attack where we have less time to actually repair the mistake.
Well, if we think about it, why would they want to attack? If that,
This is what I can't figure out. What is it? What is their obsession with coming after us?
We're the ones who got away.
Yeah, but it can't be more than, it's got to be something more than that, surely.
Dusklight is a petty bitch.
I mean, obviously.
Look, part of it might have to do with all of the Moonstone Hall things, but I mean, the Menagerie members came to Aberton before we even knew what was going on with all of that.
do we think that she might know we have evidence against her?
It's possible. Honestly, I do genuinely believe that it is more of a personal vendetta than anything else. I mean, there might be other factors that are contributing to it, like potentially having ammunition against her or the Aeon Tower stuff, and that might make her continue to go after us, even if we prove ourselves, to be capable fighters. But I think it's us. That's the problem.
Mhm.
I mean, she ran a successful show for 9 years and then had a very, very large group break off and say, she's abusive, she's bad, we hate her. And that's personal. That's a personal insult.
You can't recover from that. I was going to say slant the truth in the eyes of the public.
You
But
can cover it up, though.
Yeah, by sending people you don't agree with to places under the town to be killed. Speaking of which, what are we going to do about that net? Actually, keep GM question.
Mhm.
Do we still have the net, or was that taken as evidence by the
It was taken as
I asked-
evidence.
No, I specifically asked to keep all of that stuff and the note in Dusklight's handwriting, and she said, whatever is going to help your report.
Oh, yeah. Until the report is done, yes.
Yes, until the report is done.
And then we have
Not
to
giving
hand
the
it
net
in.
back. Not giving the net back. I will make a very, very detailed, beautiful report.
Well, how about this?
We're not getting the net back.
You start writing the report. We go around.
I've already
these-
started writing the report.
Continue writing the report. We go around, check the circus, make sure everyone's okay, and then we think about what we're going to do this afternoon tonight.
This afternoon or tonight, I've got to go to the Silver Tankard.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow, I'm going to go to the Gridded Glass. The day after that, the Sacred Savor. Just to see and stupid
Yeah.
hopes.
Well, are we all going, or just you, or do you want someone to go with you?
No, you're all very noticeable. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I'm talking, I will leave here looking like me, and I will run around Escadar for an hour, changing my appearance ever so slightly to try and not look like me.
Okay, so we don't put new posters up, and you're not being on the marketing for this week's show.
I
Got it.
haven't been on the marketing for any of the shows, nor do I really want to be right now.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
easier for me to put on a headscarf and look like a human than it is for you to put on a headscarf and look like a human.
I don't know.
True.
Leafy, do you think a headscarf would make me look better? A nice red headscarf?
There's something about the fur that gives it away.
I don't think they've got groom.
I could.
Shuni groomers here, do they? I just need a
They
nip and a cut.
might.
Either way, we have a sort of plan for today.
Are we sending someone out to go pay our taxes and get the posters for this week, or do one of you
Yeah.
want to get out for a little bit?
I mean, talk about disguises. I could pass as an Orixie child. If you do it clever.
Some of the places aren't particularly friendly. I think it'll be all right.
I say we send some
And-
people out with a rough running order, and just have a little asterisk saying some shows may change without prior notice.
Leafy, you have status, don't you?
Yeah, I can use it.
Before I leave. Yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of the show order, though, Azzy, would you be okay to present again? You
If I
would
had
have
to.
you'd have more time to practice this time.
Yeah,
also
that went really, really badly.
we
I
were
was
all
so-
target.
Yeah,
It's
no, I was
alright.
not.
Let me tell you
Okay.
about the time one
mean-
time when I was learning fire twirling. and the boy hit me.
Yeah.
I am a dog made of fur. A shuni made of fur. I was the burniest of boys. On stage.
Yeah, but it was on stage.
On stage.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's just
Fire
I don't know.
hot, fire owl.
Yeah, I get it.
I was a hot
I
dog.
get it. I get it.
So Azzy first, then I thought it would be nice to actually have our fire axe next going together, Jake and the Flamboni sisters. Then, after the fire's put out, we've got Smoke Dragon leading into the Animal Axe, Axel, Eliza, and Leafy, you actually wanted to maybe perform?
I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't.
I've got a couple of ideas. We could talk about them if you wanted.
I mean, if you.
But it's really just you and Blueberry kind of showing off, or you and Wisteria showing off, depending on how you want to play it.
Maybe both.
Yeah. You think that's what's best?
I mean, you could always mix it up a little bit, say, oh, I've got this staff of power that lets me command animals. They're acting all feral. You command them. I mean, you could even have like May in the audience as a plant, bring her up, give her the staff, have her do it. I mean, Wisteria listens to her.
The plant has a plant.
Show off the power. It's really anything you want it to be.
I don't know.
Well, how about we talk about it and we'll figure out what we can do and let everyone else do what they need to do.
Okay.
Okay, so meet back here in a few hours. I have to send some people to work out the run sheet, finish the report, send the people out, pay the taxes. We should really get a discount on taxes since we're technically working for the city now.
It is so little of what we found in Moonstone Hall. I mean, I am a penny pincher, but I am not willing to fight that fight when we've got bigger problems.
Okay, well, if that's everything, then Jake would probably excuse himself from the talk, and once he's checked on the professor and a few other people, he'll go and spend some time with Leafy working at Axe.
Right.
Unless there's anything anyone else wants to talk about.
Lieriel's gonna work on report things. Which, Karsh, I hope you know that you are actually going to get a full report.
I expect that.
Like, I'm working on this out of character.
Oh my God.
Is it going to be completely searchable so they can type in what they're looking for?
Yeah,
I've
I
been
can make it a
working
PDF. You can control F. Yeah.
I've been working on so many stuff like that.
No, I'm expecting it on parchment, actually.
Oh, you want me to
Instead of
mail it
wax.
to you? Okay,
With wax,
well,
so part of next year's Christmas gift.
Oh, God,
I
yeah,
will-
there we go.
I've actually decided it'll be an anniversary just for mailing times. But yeah, I will actually write it out if you want, and I will send it your way.
So,
Don't try me.
we move forward in the time it sounds like. Where are we moving forward to? Are we smash moving forward to the brothel in the city and the clandestine meeting?
Not going to the brothel first.
We don't know where Jojyre's been, so
It's the silver tankard first.
Yep.
I'm gonna give him time to drop a note at the brothel.
that's not the only thing people drop there. Did Jake see anything weird, or what was the feel around the circus as he was doing his run around?
As in the mood of the circus of the broken chain?
Yeah, the mood of the circus, the broken chain. How's everyone feeling?
Happy that they had a successful show and They don't know everything that went on last night, but they don't.
As they
They
should.
didn't see themselves being attacked like previously.
So they're in. So,
So they're
lack of
happier
a better
than
term,
normal.
ignorance is bliss. Got it.
Something like that.
They're all happy. We've got people assigned to protection details. So if we have to get away, we can. Is that correct?
Something like that.
So we've got the rustabouts just doing more patrols, is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And other people are around.
And I've got some of the more construction-minded roustabouts to look at that center pole, figure out if we need to spend any gold on getting that fixed.
The report comes back later in the afternoon that if that hit was stronger, it may have pulled down the tent.
Is there any damage that will need to be repaired?
It can be repaired over the week.
Okay,
and
cool.
reinforced.
Any gold needed to spend on that?
It'll be minimal.
Okay. I have the ledger open.
Yeah, it'll be a minimal, like a couple of gold, just to reinforce.
It'll be gaff
Okay.
tape.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of gaff tape.
All right.
Yes. The attack actually rolled quite low. It could have, if it rolled higher, it could have taken down the tent.
We dodged that quite easily. Oh, that was close.
That would have been a disaster.
It would have minus 10 off the anticipation or excitement. There's mechanics if the tent falls down.
We would have massively failed.
Yeah, there's minuses. You can still succeed in the big show, even when the tent comes down.
Yeah. If we didn't get a bunch of critical failures in our
Yep.
performances.
But that's the mechanic side of things.
Yeah.
And the people we sent out to the city came back. They know
Everyone's
taxes
alive.
paid. Cool. I don't trust you. It's like, they come back? Good. How about Azzy and Leafy? Anything for you, or you're all good? After Jake would have done his check, he would have spent some time with Leafy and just working out act ideas.
Yeah. Leafy seemed like going over the act stuff. She seems very hesitant.
Do you want to RP that out or just smash it later?
May comes over. The little 5-year-old May. Oh, are you talking about an act? Can I be in the act? Can I? Are we going? Can I be in the act with Wisteria?
We might be able to work something out.
I was talking to the professor, and he was talking about like lions jumping through hoops, and because we don't have a lion, and Wisteria like listens to me, can we do like a Wisteria jumping through like a hoop?
I'm
On fire?
not on fire.
But it's so much pretty on fire. We can turn the lights down and we have the spotlight.
Well, first off, we don't know if Mysteria can actually work with fire at the moment. It takes a lot of training to get an animal to actually jump through a hoop when it's on fire. Get them through the hoop first. And once they get used to that, then you go to more dangerous things.
Hey,
May says, "Who are you, my sister?" And immediately the trigger word, and Wisteria turns and just like low growling.
You're good at training. You're good at training them, at least.
See?
But
I don't know about fire. There's a lot that could go wrong.
it is very dangerous. You've seen when I've hit myself sometimes.
I know, it's
And
so funny.
Also, so very, very dangerous. Do you want to see Mysteria on fire?
No.
Exactly. That's what happened if Mysteria does the job incorrectly. We have to train them up to get to that point. Okay?
We could have Azzy.
With a water ring, and
No.
and Mysteria can jump through the water ring.
No. Have Azzy cover Wisteria in the water first. Or afterwards.
I don't feel comfortable covering any animal in lots of water.
I
I
just-
don't.
Would you rather Wisteria burn? You're mean.
I don't think we should use fire.
You have way too many fire acts at the moment.
Thorns?
That's true. Why do we need to put the animals in danger? Why can't they just be impressive?
Yeah, there's lots of stuff we can do that doesn't.
Can you make it like a ring of thorns? Like a hoop of thorns that Wisteria could jump through?
Wisteria could get hurt really badly.
At the moment,
It can look
Which-
like dangerous and it might and not be sharp. The audience is so far away they wouldn't notice.
well, let's get Mysterio to the point where they can jump through the circus hoop without problem. Then we look at doing additions, okay?
Okay. Adults are always spoil sports.
We don't want to hurt them like we don't want to hurt you. Circuses are dangerous jobs. You should know. You see what your sisters do.
I do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything they do, I do too.
What
exactly.
about dancing?
What, me dancing or
You
There's-
dancing with Mysteria and Blueberry?
Like we dance with the animals, maybe?
Imagine you can talk to animals. Just imagine it.
is dancing exciting enough and dangerous enough?
You don't need danger for a good act.
I don't. No danger, please.
Danger is exciting. What about tightrope? I can teach Wisteria tightrope. I'm sure I can do it. Wisteria's got 4 legs. I've only got 2 and I can do it.
I don't think it'd be hard for Wisteria to balance.
It'd be twice as easy. She's got 4 legs.
No, that's not.
Unfortunately, it's not how it works on tightropes.
Are you a tightrope walker?
Okay, out of game question. What skill is it for tightrope walking?
It'll be balance.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, so yeah.
Which
is-
is trained in acrobatics, so
There's trained with those like...
specialty trained.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And
but
you're being
you-
talked down by a 5-year-old here.
I know.
Like, are you a tightrope walker? Mm.
No, are you?
Yes, I am.
Go show us then.
Okay. And she runs off.
No, that's our other half at the moment. But we have to go to the big top. You okay, Leafy?
Yeah, there's a lot that could go wrong in.
At least it's not as dangerous as going up against Zugaloths, who smell really, really badly. If Blueberry and Mysteria can handle that, I think they can handle anything that a 5-year-old can throw at them. Hopefully less fire and less thorny, though.
Yeah.
I still think we could do the water rings. That could be fun.
I think water rooms would be fun.
Water with piranhas. Just kidding.
That's what we want to put more Dane in.
Water and piranhas at the same time? Okay, then I would say that Jake will probably go and watch May do their tightrope walking, and we'll spin on to the next part of the more scenes if anyone else wants suggested. Anything else?
Anything else? Anyone got any RP? Or is this one of the rare occasions no one's got anything?
Well,
Oh my god!
well,
No.
it's kind of this question of what's the next step?
We're on
Yeah,
some
I think we're all very on edge and so
Yeah.
reluctant to be vulnerable at the moment, which is what really makes for some great RP moments. We're like, look, I'm not going to spill my tragic backstory to you right before I die.
That's the best time. In that dying moment.
Oh, the tragic backstory is in a book in his cabin.
Yeah, I mean, Lieriel's just gonna keep working. She'll spend a little bit of time in her caravan, a little bit of time by the campfire, just kind of going back and forth. But she's in a couple different notebooks, and she's got a couple books beside her, just looking through, referencing, reading. She looks like such a fucking nerd.
I mean, as he's just gonna sort of be taking care of the camp. He doesn't want to, shall we say, enjoy himself while this threat is looming large.
That's why we're
It's
not
kind
going
of
to the
like-
brothel yet.
Yeah, exactly.
After we turn in Dusklight, then you will go to the brothel.
Yes.
Is that setting up the bar really, really high? Here, take care of our former boss. You get to go to the brothel. You get a treat.
You don't need to condescend.
bad.
You don't need to condescend to me like that. I'm gonna help.
That's not in
Joking.
character.
But yeah, the other thing, Lieriel would go around to a couple individuals just borrowing items of clothing that wouldn't normally be in her wardrobe, i.e. headscarves or like brown cloaks. She has a color range, things that aren't yellow or black or gray.
I'll be right back. I need to grab my laptop charger.
So that when she does go out a little bit later, she can quickly change things up and hopefully not look as her.
Not look as yellow.
Not look as, yeah.
Just for Jake's peace of mind, if he sees L'Oreal before they go, he would pass them the Onyx Dog Wondrous figure just so they have some protection if they need it.
Thank you. I'm actually going to leave a lot of my stuff here just in case the worst does happen. But I will keep this on me. And a couple weapons, of course, but we've just got a whole lot of stuff. So if you could just keep an eye on my caravan for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before L'Oreal goes, Leafy's gonna cast status.
Thank you. And Lieriel will do the same on Leafy. Just extra security in case you all need my help.
Of course.
As a reminder, what does status do?
Hang on, let me click it.
I put it in chat, yeah.
We both did.
As long as you and the target are on the same plane of existence and are both alive, you remain aware of its present state. You know the target's direction from you, distance from you, and any conditions affecting it. And this lasts until the next daily preparations.
Okay. A status check. Exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, like if I go sickened or unconscious, or if I get the bleeding condition or any of that, Leafy will know, and vice versa. Or like if Leafy gets the frightened condition, I will know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, can more easily navigate to where they are, knowing the distance and direction.
So we move. So, Will, do you want to talk about Jojyre's day, or do you want to leave that for a moment?
I'm good.
So good to leave it, or good to talk about the Jojyre's wake up and daily routine right now? Or do you want to wait till the meeting?
If he shows up. I feel like Karsh we're gonna get there and then Will's gonna be like, I'm not there.
Wait to the
He's
meeting.
at a
Okay.
meeting. I think his daily preparations at the moment are secret. So.
Mhm.
Oh,
I do have to confirm. You can see the map.
Can I see the map?
Yeah.
No, I can't. It's black screen for me.
Okay, so I'll get that set. So I've been adding things on the map, like things in bit spaces. I'll get that for you in a moment.
I'm sure I know where I am. So yeah.
yeah, lost. I'm
Uh,
sure I'm lost.
The fact that there's a map is terrifying to
There you
me.
go. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
So
is where I
I've been
thought I
adding things
was.
on here, assuming that you knew what was going, like that you had access to it. But it's good to know that you didn't. So now you have an idea.
Perfect. I'm just gonna screenshot this real quick so you could just, switch it off.
No. This is just for your character. This is just for you. I can.
I
assign-
know. So you can like switch it off if we ever go somewhere. I just to read it in a
I
different
mean,
screen.
it's literally just you. Like currently, the rest of us see the relationship chart.
Oh really?
I can
right,
assign
ribbon
individuals
pull.
to different maps.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of really cool
There's a
stuff
lot of
here.
notes there, but then again,
Amazing.
I thought that you had this map, so I've been adding to it all this time while all this role playing is going on.
I have not been. Yeah, I would have been reading. Anyways, yeah.
Roll 20 is
that's fine.
amazing. There's so many new features, like being able to add one person to a different map if they leave the map, or if the party splits. That way, the
That's
party.
been a feature for a
doesn't-
while.
I know.
And doors and windows and that dynamic lighting.
Yes. And unfortunately, dynamic lighting was turned on in this map, which, whoops, shouldn't be.
Oops.
But either way,
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, say no more.
but either way, so you left. So did Jojyre leave a note at the tavern after that message, after that meeting?
Good job.
So
Good job.
The
would have
silver
left-
tankard is first.
She would have left a note at the first part in which she left her pleasing message. You would have given a message to the woman at the brothel.
Ooh.
Because
So
that's where
not-
he thought she was going first.
Oh. Well, good to know. Lieriel is not going to the brothel yet. Lieriel shows up that night at the silver tankard.
it's a big night. There's a lot of talk in the Silver Tankard.
Yeah.
Always joyous as always, but even though it's joyous, it's a little bit downer than others. There's concerns in the city.
Lieriel will take a seat at the bar and order a couple shots, just drink one to start off with, and see if she can figure out what the murmur is about.
Well, I'll get the liquidity. There'll be a social role to investigate.
Society, diplomacy.
Society or diplomacy, or
Perception.
along with the, depending on how you're going to do it.
Let me open my character sheet and decide.
Yeah, if you're just sitting back and drinking and listening into other people's conversations, it'd be perception. If you're actively asking them, or it'd be another social role. Or depending on how you're trying to do it.
Let's go with perception. She's more just listening. She's having a couple drinks to herself. She has a deck of cards that she's pulled out and she's just kind of playing around with.
The mood of the night is wow. Yeah, skills. The mood of the night is again, Silver Tank is a joyous atmosphere generally, but it's a little bit down. The band is still playing live, but there's concern, there's murmurs, and the murmurs that you hear is that there's a gang war happening. Quite a violent gang war happening in the city. And it's not just in the lower parts of the city. This is stretching into everywhere in the city.
Chaos reigns.
Yeah. So we're not talking about Den Row or Woodworkers District, Apple Grove, Dawn Mist,
Ooh, wait, it's
Everywhere.
reaching Dawn Mist?
everywhere.
Is Dawn Mist like the gentrified part?
Dawn Mist, so Apple Grove is like gentrified. Dawn Mist is like the fucking rich people. Like that's where like vacation homes are. Like people that can afford like to have vacation like
Wow.
mansions. That is the
That's
teeny
Dawn
tiny
Mist.
rich part of Escadar. Oh, Lieriel loves this.
And with a 33, I'll also add, you overhear a sailor talk about, like, even mentioned that the base was there was a
Damn.
raid on the base.
Like
There
the
was
Absalom Naval
pushback.
Base?
Yes.
Like, I just went through our little gift and I actually got the map out so I can actually look at what's going on. Like, wow, that is pretty much
Yeah,
everywhere.
the naval base is the bottom right-hand corner of the city. Oh. Yeah, Lyriel's just listening in. She's keeping an eye out for long red hair.
I don't think Jojyre was turning up to the tavern, so it's going to be a long night of waiting.
Yeah, you've been stood up.
That's okay. I didn't fully. That's why I set up a couple different options. I was like, whatever is safest. Here we
Yep.
go.
You'll
3
set up.
options. So yeah, that's what Lyriel does for the evening. Drinks her second shot before she packs up and leaves, and does the reverse of what she did on the way there in terms of
Covering your
making
tracks.
herself back up as Lyriel. Yeah, like she rebraids her hair, like stuffs the like blue and white and red and not yellow and black clothes into the bag of holding that she's pretty much just emptied out. But for this, I mean, Leafy would be able to sense her coming closer to the camp again.
You see, as you're coming back, and as you're coming back around markets, around Street Road and Market Square, you hear an explosion further off in the city. Yeah, it's not us. And just keep going north.
Yeah, and she is, you know, given the time, she's trying to be a little bit stealthier, you know, making sure that she's keeping her nose out of business that isn't hers, just like you said.
So, anything happened that night?
Leafy stays up for L'Oreal coming home.
Yeah, as he would as well.
As
No,
Lyra was
last-
going through the murder forest.
Oh, as I'm going to the murder first, sorry.
As he's just been like very vigilant, he's kind of gotten a bit paranoid that they could attack any moment. So he's like, kind of like whatever he's doing around the circus, he is constantly just like watching out, trying to like be always guarded, never feeling truly safe.
You hear Kalkak in your head. Says, nighttime venture to the city?
Back from
Me?
the city.
From Lieriel.
Yeah. As she's coming back. This is. Yeah, I was hoping to get a little bit more information on our dear enemies. Unfortunately, no luck tonight, but we'll try again tomorrow. What about you? Anything fun?
The roads are clear. There's been, I don't go near the city, but the forest has been clear for a while. Unfortunately, my kin have been driven off, so I'm now quite bored these days.
Well,
I have my freedom, but I'm just a guard now.
Well, what do you want to do? What would entertain you?
There's this pause. Just, I want to feed.
I don't know if I can help with that.
I want to gather a pack and just feed off all of them.
I mean, I could never advocate for murder, but there is a
No.
lot of strife going on in the city right now.
Your god would be so against that, wouldn't they?
I was being a little sarcastic, Kalkak. There's a lot of strife going on in the city right now.
I've heard.
I'm sure there are some easy pickings.
It's
I'm sure there
harder
are
to
some
get in and out of
difficult
the city.
pickings. What? Being as stealthy as you are?
There's other things in the city.
Like Dusklight?
She's just a mortal.
There are immortal things in the city.
There would be more. There would be mortal, yes, but they're not from here. Like I'm not from here.
The demons?
Is that what that stench I've smelt off you recently? No. Last time I was in the city, or actually as I fled, there was something. Something tried following me.
I tried following you from the menagerie or just from the city in general?
From the city. I was sneaking through the city to find my way out after escaping the menagerie and came across whatever it was had just taken a victim. But it left a trail of something sticky, and I couldn't see it, but I could sense it. But only just.
I mean, not blood.
No, almost
assuming
a
you could.
webbing.
You know, I think I actually might know what you're talking about. When we were away for that period of time, we were looking around in a specific area, and we found these sort of spider-like creatures that could appear and reappear, and their webbing sort of did the same. It didn't show up visually. Could be those.
Just be careful in the city, whatever they are, if that's what they are. They hunt.
We will be. Thank you. I assumed when we heard that they were disappearances, it was all just Dusklight's doing. But maybe there is more to it. I don't know, all of this is horribly complicated, isn't it?
Well, give it a few years, the population will go down in the city with all the disappearances.
I yearn for the day that Escadar will be a shithole again.
Are you from here?
I am. I spent almost my entire life here, with a few small exceptions.
Why?
I was born here, and then grew up here, and I knew the people. I knew the streets and how they worked, and at one point I was very in the know with all the sort of underworkings. And I liked that. And, I had people that I liked too from time to time. And I don't know how old you are, Kalkek, but after, 100 years, it just seemed It seemed like a lot to start over somewhere else. Kind of feel like I'm starting over anyway, though.
I'll leave you on your walk.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You hear bushes move. And assume that it's gone off. It's still unknown creature.
Lieriel will continue towards the circus.
Uneventful.
Give a wave when she sees the others.
How
No luck
How'd it go?
tonight. No luck tonight, but
Uh,
I mean, that's why I gave options, you know, giving him a little bit of time to maybe get a note to Rev. I'll go to the Gridded Glass tomorrow. We'll see.
I was really hoping you'd be walking back with him next year.
Honestly,
Do you
Azzy,
really think he'd be walking?
honestly,
Limp him, then.
Azzy, I think Jojyre's move right now, if he can pull it off, and if he can convince Dusklight that he's really with her, is helpful to us. Imagine that he was beside us knowing exactly what we did and nothing about Dusklight's operation. We'd be in the same place that we are now. But on the off chance that we can actually get information from him, I mean, I'm praying that will be helpful.
No, of course. I'm just more saying, like, I was kind of hoping he'd be back now so we could finally, get the information and take action. I don't know. I'm just.
I have a feeling that when we take action, he's going to blindside them. Or hopefully he's going to blindside them and not us.
Right.
we'll see tomorrow, I guess.
For sure.
All we can do is really wait.
Yep.
We should get some rest. There's always shit to do at the circus.
Don't I know it?
Another quiet night, and where's the next scene?
Be right back.
Lieriel is going to keep doing the same thing, working on the report. She will occasionally look through all of her notes as if it will somehow give her some new information that she has just totally missed. As I have so many times come up with nothing.
Does L'Oreal have a conspiracy board in their caravan?
Not in her caravan, in her notebooks, yes.
Okay.
It is all in Elvish or Elven.
The bag of holding is actually an interdimensional pin board. Just don't turn that thing inside out.
So L'Oreal walks in and just goes, all right, pin. And all the pins are going to Dusklight.
Well, to be fair, actually, most of the pins are on Moonstone Hall. I do have to update it though, because I didn't update it after we got Jojyre's note, and that confirms some of my theories. My confirmed things I have in black string, my theories I have in yellow string.
I so want to see a photo of this.
Maybe.
So next scene. Are we going to the meet, or are we going to...
Unless something happens, I think it's just the same day as
Jake
before.
will just be helping out around the circus, helping Leafy and May with potential act ideas, trying to turn May away from fire and thorns.
And death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karsh, if you don't mind, can I narrate this one a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, Lieriel sort of wanders through, taking her time, slipping into a couple different places, changing things up. Generally still going with darker clothes though, because as she goes in a roundabout way around the city, kind of keeping an ear out for those explosions and fights, she makes her way to Denro, a place that the group has become somewhat familiar with over the past week or so. And it's a loud, bustling street always. People scream at open air, shout, leer, and stare and watch as any passers walk by. All of the buildings are rowdy, even what seems to be residential areas and not shops. But she walks until she gets to one door that is difficult to tell, but it is quiet amongst the rest. Above it, not hanging a sign, but just a broken wine bottle hanging from a pike stuck above it. And she opens this door, and it is a very quiet, small bar with various people sat at tables in the bars, and their heads turned to look at her. She takes in a breath, looks around until she spots an older individual, gives him a wink, and makes her way up to the bar, attended by a young human woman, and just goes, "Jeremiah still treat this place like it's a bank?" And waits a little bit. Holds out her hand. "Lieriel, if you don't mind, 2 shots of gin." Places a couple coins on the table and takes a seat on one bar stool that seems a little bit newer than the rest. Pulls out her deck of cards, drinks one of the shots, and then waits. And every time the door opens, if it does at all, she looks back with most of the individuals in the bar. And she'll stay there until it's late, or until something happens. Whether it be a visitor or, I don't know, a gang war.
Some time passes by, of course. You know, never known to be early, never known to be late, but never always known to be actually always late. Through the door, you see a person walk through. As you kind of see this individual walk through, you notice that they're wearing what looks to be a cloak that you recognize. It is a cloak of clandestine. A very, very good cloak that lets you blend in with the passerby, with the nearby civilians and a few of the others. And as the person goes through the door, this person stands, looks for a second. Under this hood, you see Crimson Eye look at you. And as they kind of look towards you, just for a second, and then just gives a small wave as they point towards one of the booths near one of the other end.
Lieriel will, do they go to the booth?
Yeah, they just point towards it and walk
Okay.
straight towards the booth.
As they're sort of walking and not looking at her, Lieriel is going to pull out the vial of holy water that she has and tip a little bit of the contents into the shot that she already took. Put it back away, bring the shots over to the table, sit down across, and push the holy water shot toward him.
Okay. As you kind of walk over towards where the booth is, before you sit down, he just looks at you for a second and he just gives you a hug and just kind of hugs.
Oh, no. If you move to hug, she will step back.
Oh, okay. Then if that's the case, then he's just like, all right. Sits down instead. No problem.
Shifts the holy water shot to you.
As you kind of sit there for a second, and he still has the hood, he looks towards you. He says, hope everything's been well. I hope
Take it.
that the drink. I still have more work to do later, but
Take it.
If you insist, I will drink a bit. But I'll be nursing this one. I'm not going to take the whole thing at once.
It's a shot. Take it.
Picks it up and just drinks it. Puts it down.
Can never be too. You can tell, like, it's not alcohol.
just a little bit of confusion. He still has his hood on at this point. As you just kind of just... I can taste a priest. Is this something that you give up nowadays? Is this something that has been plaguing all of you? Is that what's been happening?
You can never be too careful.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I don't come here often. Is it a serve yourself at the bar, or is it calling someone to come serve us?
Serve yourself at the bar. But if you want an actual drink, and she'll shift the other shot over toward him, and then pull out a folded piece of paper and shift that over as well. Which I can send to you.
Not a time for friends, is it? Just a time for business.
Look, there's it's no hard feelings.
Oh, of course not. In fact, it'd be more of an issue if there were any soft feelings left. And you just see him just pull up.
A few, it's I mean, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot that we don't know, and I think that's something we're not entirely fond of. Apologies, I'm trying to get this to actually send to you. Okay.
Well, if it's not time for friends, then I guess there's no pleasantries needed. Oh, sorry. And you see him just take off the hood of the clandestine cloak. As you see the person sitting in front of you. It is in the vague... It's Jojyre. However, you've seen that he seems to have gone through quite a bit of a change. Gone through hell, so to say. You see that on his face there are blemishes, scars going down his left side. There's a cut going down his lip. You can see that across his neck. There's a scar that comes all the way to his mouth. You can see that his left ear has been snipped in half. There is a nub where it used to be. The length of it no longer as long as it was. As he looks at you for a second and just kind of... Some changes, but not too much, of course. I mean, obviously, and he just kind of looks toward... He kind of faces his right side towards you. My good side, so...
Oh, my darling, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. I knew this was gonna happen, and we all knew that something... I had to pay for it somehow. I mean, I'm not going to fall on my own. It's so boring being sad and pitiful and blah, blah, blah. Being a martyr is not something that I have been good at, so let's just leave it at that, right?
It's appreciated, honestly.
Oh,
I was going to reach out to someone, but at least you, I do feel we can trust. Even if you make stupid decisions. And don't tell us about those decisions.
yeah.
It's fine. It's not the time for guilt anyway.
Oh, yes. I have information, of course. Yeah. Well,
Numbers.
should I just read this? Numbers? Things like that?
Or
I don't have
you,
numbers.
by all means,
I
read
have-
it first. Read it first.
I'll read it first, and... You sure you don't want to drink anything like stronger? You know, an ale or a pale or an IPA or something? You know, mead? Something
What are
sweet?
your tastes?
Something sweet. Mead would be great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. a lot.
Lieriel gets up and goes to the bar. And she will buy them both a drink. Just kind of takes a look around as she's waiting to makes eye contact with the individual that she nodded to and seems to have somewhat of a quiet conversation, and then takes a glance at the stool that she had sat on before and lingers until she looks back, and Jojyre seems to no longer be reading.
He looks at her, smile and a wave, come back.
And she'll bring back a glass of mead for them each.
Thank you. Appreciate it a lot.
You don't have numbers. Do you have times? When?
I do have a few times, but they are quite well known. So, a few things, a few stipulations, a few conditions, obviously. Number one, for sharing this information, of course, I require a place to stay for a little bit. I've been going out and about and doing business in exchange for trust on the other side. And for that trust, I've done, well, you've heard of the gang war has been happening. It's been me and a few others that we've been helping with that.
You have been. What is?
Yes.
What horse does Dusklight have in that race? Just chaos hiding her activities?
Distracting the deputy is number one.
Yes. I mean, you can gestures to the parchment.
Yeah. So we've done that. I have one more job to do tonight, but I would like a safe place to stay. Is that creature still out there in the woods? The one that's outside of Escadar?
Okay. Yes.
Friendly or unfriendly?
To me. If you
Specifically.
came back with me, we might be able to ask for a boon, but he has mentioned being hungry.
That doesn't bode well for me then. Then
I can give you
stay.
a bit of money. You can go to the Sacred Saver. It's nearby, provided that it hasn't been totally ransacked.
Yeah,
I mean, they do fun stuff, but
I know. I've been there already. I already gave a note to your friend, Lavana, by the way. Your name is Lavana? That was
that's adorable.
Something in the
Now,
no, something in the past, of course.
something in the past.
I gave your friend Rev a cryptic note, and I don't think she liked it very much. I thought that
Okay, I was gonna
you
check there
talked to her
tomorrow.
already regarding that. I gave it to her. I gave it to her yesterday. Well, actually, the first day after the intrusive dream
Yeah.
message, and it was a pouch with a broken wine bottle in it. I thought it was, something I've been nice to give and a symbol, and of course, I thought you received it. That's why you're here today. Regardless, safe passage and a place to stay. I can't stay in the city anymore because my work tonight is going to require something a little bit more in the open, I guess I say. Something a little bit more out
What are
there.
you, dear?
Oh, it's none of your business. Just
You
the
can
thing I
trust
have to do. I can trust you, but you can't trust me. That's the biggest thing.
Anti?
And second stipulation is that Dusklight knows I'm here. Talking to you. She knows that I'm here talking to you. She knows that I've left the note. She read it over, actually. She's the one that proofread it and let me keep it here and put it on Blueberry. And of course, the major
And
thing
she
is
knows that you're telling me this.
Yes, of course. She knows that I'm telling you everything, actually. The whole point of this conversation is that I'm giving you everything that I know that she's allowed me to give you. And it's a provocation. She says to come at me, fight me, do something. She's telling you. She's, after these 3 days, after the fight, after the attack, she thinks you're sitting on your hands, scared and looking out for nothing. She won't
Cut to
come in.
Azzy sitting on his hands, scared and looking out for nothing.
She knows I'm here. Why I say, if I give information, I require safe passage. Also why I wanted to come here, although it seems that you're already good in with the bartender, so if I was being murdered, it'd already happen and nothing would...
You wouldn't be murdered here. As far as I know,
reality.
only one person has, and it's been almost 2 decades.
Well, just that. Just safe passage for me to stay at the...
Hey,
somewhere. Stay somewhere, safely, and before I skedaddle and leave this place forever.
actually, wait. Before you leave this place forever.
Yes, of course. I don't have a place to stay, Lai.
But, I mean, that makes it sound like you're not coming back. Ever.
I mean,
You know we're going to take down Dusklight, right?
I know.
And you'll come back, right?
Jojyre promised that he would come back. That's not who I am.
Well, what do you want to go by right now? Let's start with that.
Oh. In the menagerie, well, behind the scenes, they know me as Van. My name is Van Lieriel, of course, is the name my mother gave me. Over inside, of course, and he just kind of flicks his cut ear. But, you know, it's been cut in half, so now it's just Van.
Well, Van, as someone who's gone through several different names, Lavana being what, like the 5th or 6th or something, that doesn't change the fact that it's you. You can change your name all you want, and it's good for separating yourself from things, but you still experience those things. Now, as for promises, I mean, those can easily be nothing. But however many years down the line, darling, no matter how many times you change your name, no matter how many different things you go by, you're still going to remember what you promised Leafy. And if you don't come back, you're still going to think about the impact that it will have. I mean, she was in tears.
I know.
Tears.
I know.
She didn't know what to do. And just nights before, you had dragged all of us out. You had tried to get to know us. That's not a great goodbye. It's a start.
good enough? I mean, is this just a standard? Can't we just do the standard elven goodbye? And we just cross paths and just disappear? Can't we just say that we had a good run? I mean, come on, we had a fantastic run. Jojyre was great as a person, as an individual. He was fantastic. I mean,
Jojyre could have used
the
some
fun-
work.
I know, but it was kind of a rushed job. You have to understand. The first time I played Jojyre was when I met you.
The first time I played Lieriel was when I joined the circus before Dusklight took over. But she's not done. And I still know people, and I'm close with people that know me as Lieriel, so she's not done.
All right.
You don't have to, but
no, you've guilt
you're going to
me
think
enough.
about it.
I know I will. Like I think about everybody else. There are lots of things that I've done and I've alluded to and I've made sure that everyone is the sad ringmaster, he's so sad. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I don't regret any of them. Because I would have done them. Same shoes I'm in now. I would have done the same thing. Because that's who I am. That's who I'll be. It's not about living with the guilt. It's about, at least for me,
What's it about then?
well, it's going to cost a couple of drinks, actually. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that.
Okay, then, well, first of all, are you going to give that to Dusklight?
No, I am not stepping foot back in that place. If I step foot, well, I'll have to finish what she started. The sacrifices.
Then what can you tell me? Sorry, War has decided that this is the moment that she needs to play.
I mean, you know that she's doing something with the demons, the Solgats, the other things. You stink, by the way.
That's not
People
news,
are
dear.
being... I know it's not new, but they've been wandering around the circus, the menagerie. They're there, some of them. Although, they're moving on to something new, it seems.
What are they moving on to?
From what I can tell, they've been moving on to the Moonstone Hall. But,
We cleared out Moonstone Hall.
that's what I'm saying. If you haven't seen a few of the larger brutes, then somewhere else. Besides the point, the sacrifices are going to continue. Aeon Orbs, the hero's journey that all of you are going to undertake so far. Aeon Stones are...
Don't call me a hero, please.
The Aeon Orbs, the stones, they're being... Well, she wants them for power, of course. Influence. Something
So
not
she
to,
plans to steal them from the Zolgats? Or she's working totally with them?
it's more of a... What do you call it? Mutually beneficial symbiotic
arrangement?
relationship. A symbiotic, more like.
Okay.
They're both parasites, you see. In other case, sacrifices had to be made. It's been going on for a long time, actually. Ever since
Before Beth and Johan?
that was the start. That was when it just got started, actually. I didn't know what
Are-
I was bringing them in for, but it seems that. It
Wait,
was
what?
right.
Jojyre.
I didn't know what I was bringing them in for. However, I knew after the fact. Sacrifices are continuing. People that disappear, people that go out and about and disappear, they are all the menagerie's doing.
But
The most recent sacrifice will be one that you'll be glad to know. However, I feel that at least at this moment,
it's Mordain, isn't it?
she's gone. It was between me and her, and I won out.
You know, after we found Beth and Johan, I warned the others that we might see her, and I specifically didn't warn that we might see you. How soon did you know? Did you know the day after? Did you know before we left? You have one word. Did you know before we left?
Before.
Sadie, Hilta, Hera, and Arzo, are they still there?
Some. There's a few people there that were still suffering, of course.
Why? I mean, are you just that good a liar? Why wouldn't you tell us? We would have.
I would have never told. I would have never said anything until now.
Why?
Because I was scared. I was scared that I wouldn't be able to finish my job.
Which is?
Everything. It's who I am.
No, what? Your job isn't everything.
It is everything.
Then explain further.
You
You are a
don't
master of
understand.
using far too many words.
You don't understand. It's
Then make me
everything.
understand.
I can't. You do not live the life that I have lived. You have not seen what I've seen. I know you've lived for so long, but you don't know what's going on out there in other places and different.
So tell me.
For us, everything that we do is fake, all right? For us,
Who is
everything we
us?
do, it's us. It's us. This is besides the point. Can I please just give you the information? Please.
Fine. Fine.
Modeno sacrificed very recently.
In Moonstone
He's-
Hall?
Very recently. Dustlight found out that Moonstone Hall was cleared after the attack. She is on a rampage at the moment. She sent me off to come to this meeting because she wants something to blow off steam. Going there now would be a mistake. Although she does think that
It's
all
gonna
of
come
you
after
are,
us, even if we don't.
once she gets bored, once she
She's gonna come after us, even what? She thinks we're all what?
gets bored, once everything comes to a head, she wants to be the one with the upper hand. Always. There are places to sneak into the menagerie. She's built a forest wall around the place. Through some of the forest, there are some holes, but a lot of it's been trapped. Of course, I don't know which parts of the holes. I only entered through the front, and that's it. And the reason why I'm even here right now, the reason why I pushed for my early release, number one, that I knew that I was the next sacrifice. But whoever's pushed next to me is why I want this to be done as soon as possible.
Who's next?
It's the druid. Leafy's creator.
Okay.
Just a correction there. Dryad.
Dryad. Sorry.
Mhm.
Dryad.
Okay.
A druidic dryad?
When?
Soon, actually. If I don't return by the night of... If I don't return by tonight, it's going to be tomorrow, I'm sure.
Okay.
Very soon.
You don't know numbers. What can you tell us about the people that will help her, though? I mean, I'm assuming that Victor, Danica, Adrivalo.
Danica is definitely there for sure. She's responsible for 3 of these.
So she's openly involved.
After I killed her lion, I think so.
I saw that she got a new one.
Still not sure.
Okay.
The people in the jail where I currently reside, they won't help. A few of them, who you already know, Azo Flynn, Lady. Hilda. They're there.
Okay, what can you tell me about how things are set up? Is it similar to how they were before?
A bit. Yeah.
Okay,
The
walk
right.
me through it.
In the front, there are always guards stationed night and day. Although the patrols do go around the large hedge that they've now built. They made the Dryad and a few other druids that have now long since disappeared build a large hedge around this place. It acts like a moat. It's difficult to get through because there are a few traps, there are a few things lurking in that forest. I wouldn't suggest going through, but if you'd like to, there's a way through the back that is immediately leading to where I assume Dusklight resides. That's a risk, then that's a risk. In the front, where the guards in, when you enter through, directly to the right, there are the cages where a few people
The jails you mentioned.
jail. Above that is the sanctum, where another fancy word for a jail, honestly, where Azo and a lot of the freaks linger. Directly to the left of where the carnival games are, where I used to be stationed, where the prize booths are and things like that. you remember correctly, it's still in the same setup, although there are a few minor changes. It's not a big deal. But directly next to that is the place they call the Heavenly Gallery. Not been allowed in. It's where all of the renovations have been going through, so to say. It's where
How
Dusklight,
heavenly.
where Dusklight resides. All the way in the back of the menagerie is where she is, I'm assuming. She could be in the center, could be in the corners. I don't know exactly where. But this Heavenly Gallery is where all of the higher ranked lieutenants and other people are. It's where they stay. It's where the sacrifices are taken and delivered to Moonstone Hall, most likely. Obviously, the large, big top in the middle where the shows go on, that's where civilians are let in and allowed to wander and let back out, with one or two missing, of course, every time. Nubliet stands next to one of the northern corners, but not set
Abe's
foot back
mentioned.
there. And in the very back, where behind the big top is where all the wagons and animals are. If all of you were to sneak in through the backside, the wagons and animals are always on high alert, scared of Dustlight's whip. If you go back there, you would need to calm them somehow. Make sure they don't cry out. They are both prisoner and alarm system. Besides that, there's nothing much else. People go in and out. The rustabouts that they have, some of them are just rustabouts. People looking for honest work and dragged into this, and some of them like me. Some of them like us. People that were traded in Absalom to come work for her.
Okay. Do you think, and she'll just look him in the eye, do you actually think that we can take her?
No, I don't think so. Not with the fortifications, not with the people that she has. Everyone is on high alert waiting for the retaliation. However, I would say this. Sacrifices, they aren't orbs, the stones. They are more important to her than anything. You are just a distraction. The moment the sacrifice is about to happen is when less people will be there. It's when...
You don't know when that will be exactly. And the next one on the list is someone that we can't lose. We would have to time it perfectly.
Didn't say we could not lose them. But, yes, she would like to save. If you want to time it correctly, then there is a moment in which you can make it so that she'll be caught off guard. Some of the guards will be moved off-site into Moonstone Hall to secure it. And, of course, there'd be a few people that'd be left over. Not the most proficient in combat, of course, but still.
So we would wait for... So the sacrifices are not in Moonstone Hall. The sacrifices are in the circus.
It's both. Wherever's more convenient. She's
So
clearing
we
out
would have
Moonstone Hall as we speak. She would like it to be there. That's where she dumps the bodies.
Okay. Yes, we saw that room. Okay. So if we watch for when people are leaving, we can either hope and pray that she's doing it at the circus or assume that she's doing it at Moonstone and try to beat her there. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot.
50-50. A lot of different options here, Lai. I'm not going to suggest you do any of them, because I'd like to keep some of my dignity, at least.
She's going to slide the parchment that she gave you over and pull a little bit of ink out, write something on it, fold it back up for later. And let's get you somewhere safe. I have an idea.
Lead the way.
And she'll stand up, give a little wave to the individual that she recognized earlier.
He just turns back and gives him a wave too. And there's
You don't know him, dear.
what I can.
Right. Just need to look.
And
As you stand up, you hear an explosion outside.
I will loop my arm through Jojyre's and tug him toward the bar. Do you mind if we just slip out? Looking at the bartender and pointing behind her.
A lot of people are quite rattled that there's an explosion on the street. So people are running away from the front area. So if you're being casual, they're directing you out the back.
Yeah,
with
Lieriel
everybody
will
else.
just follow and head out.
Lead the way, my dear.
And she will take him sort of back around to the forest. And she will start leading him to Mordane's caravan that was moved into that center of trees. This is
Nice.
it was trapped when we found it. And this is where the individual that was impersonating Ash and Mordane was staying. I don't know if they'll come back to it. Be safe if they do. Know that they can look into mines, that kind of thing, and find secrets. So try and ask questions about small, insignificant things that she wouldn't think to pull out of them. Or, you know, do a little trick with holy water.
Demon.
Her notes were written in Abyssal, which I'm
So she's
picking up.
just. Sure. Oh, nice. You know,
Thank
some people
you.
are just
I'm around
polyglots,
too.
right?
I can read Dusklight Sand.
Oh, that's quite nice. You've been learning a lot while I've been gone. It's good. It's good. Oh,
Languages are simple.
Hasn't it been like a week?
been a
Do
week,
you-
Yes.
Look, we leveled up. Lyriel's good at, like, Lieriel is now canonically good at languages. When we hit level 9, I'm
Is it
gonna
2
get another
weeks?
one.
It's been 1 week, but leveled up twice.
Which is really good.
Dungeon
He's
crawls do that
talented.
to you.
Do you
how are they doing?
We had a very good show. I think it's going to be hard if you don't come back. I think it's going to be hardest on Leafy. I mean, she's somehow taken to thinking that I'm not totally shitty, but Jake is helping with that.
Doesn't know. Doesn't know that you got a pats her on both shoulders. You are better than you think.
I'm really not, darling.
Oh, once we murder everyone in the menagerie, you'll be better.
Once we murder everyone in the menagerie.
Things may change for the better, of course, but once
I don't have it on me. But do you want your rapier?
that's Jojyre.
No, it's not. I heard you. I heard you in the Hermitage.
I will see you later, Lai.
There is a reason.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. I will see you when I see you. Just kind of turns and goes inside.
Capitalization is everything.
Mm-hmm.
By the way.
Yes, I know. Don't tell me how to write.
I'm not telling you how to write. I'm telling you how to read. And then we'll walk away.
That was a weird scene. I think we need to have a break.
Please.
Oh, God.
Will, I just want to say this. I hate you, but I'm not going to say why. But you know. You know.
I do. I do.
I want
really
to
don't.
know why Karsh hates Will.
It's such a good scene, though.
It was
How long was that? Was someone timing it? I'm so
a long
tired
time.
from
If you're watching on YouTube, count it down. Let us know in the comments below. Engagement.
And put down how many flirting lines and comments you pick up there.
Oh.
I
From the
think what you
platonic
need
couple who are not interested in each other, they flirt way too much.
I think that you need to understand, Karsh, that Lieriel is just a flirty person. She literally worships a goddess of lust. Like, she will flirt with anyone. Anyone that she doesn't see as like a kid.
Count how many times that Leafy was used to guilt trip Jojyre.
Yeah, that's another one in there.
Yeah.
L'Oreal
That
cast skill trip.
You know what?
It's super
Let's
effective.
Let's make a whole drinking game out of this.
But
No, we want our
responsibly.
viewers to live.
We'll play. Yes, we'll play a bingo too, as with this. Like, oh, easy. Oh, easy done. Oh, it's a free space
chamber
right
pot.
there.
We have several free
We'll be
spaces.
back shortly. Stick around. I think we need a break for that. I've got to scream a bit and figure out what's going on. So we'll be back shortly. And we're back.
Yay.
Back.
And I'd like to direct your attention to Discord, please.
Oh, God.
Discord.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Oh, what have you done?
Oh, yeah.
The
It's new
character.
character art.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I after Jojyre got
Oh.
revealed, I was looking at it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's very
Oh.
nice.
New character art
Yep.
by our very good friend Hirokuri Chibi.
Yep.
He's so
Yeah.
edgy now.
And in this
So
case,
edgy. I know. I
It's
love it.
it's not Jojyre art. That's fan art.
I want to
Yeah.
give
Oh, yeah.
him a
Technically
hug.
true.
and
This
and
poor kid.
in this case, it's also the players are seeing it last because it's been on the overlay the entire time going through the
Been
cycle.
on the overlay the entire time going through the cycle. Yes.
Yeah, we don't watch the we
But they
don't
don't watch
watch
the
the
overlay.
stream.
No.
We just have chat up.
Yeah.
So that was a weird night. What else is happening? Are you doing something at night or in
He's
the
just
morning?
waiting for.
Going to sleep.
Well,
Well,
I think we're gonna do some stuff at night.
Yeah.
because Leafy, I don't know about anyone else, but Leafy's waiting for Lariel to
Yeah.
return again.
Mhm.
You
I'm
can
assuming with the
sense
same
Lieriel
sense.
with the status. Yeah, you can sense Lieriel going off into a different location.
In the
It's a
murder
little weird,
forest.
like not quite following the trail for the forest. She takes a little bit of a detour, but then comes back to the trail. And then I mean Jojyre wouldn't have known she had that on her. And
No,
also
he would have no. I forgot. too.
Lieriel knows where he is. And you see Lieriel come back and she doesn't like look like she was when she left. Like the previous night she completely went back up into full Lieriel gear. This time you see her, it's one of the first times you've ever seen her with her hair down. She is, wearing dark clothes, so she still looks a little different. And she just heads over, assuming you guys are probably around the fire. She just heads over there.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey! Jake's caravan again?
Yeah, sure.
Leafy?
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's go. Blueberry's gonna sit outside the door of Jake's caravan.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lieriel will go and make sure that everyone's in there. 1 second.
And this is where I remind our lovely GM about the blind fight ability. Nothing's hidden around me.
Hey, nothing's there.
I have. It's an evil skill.
And yeah, Lieriel will wait until everyone's sitting. He was there. I have
He
a
was?
little bit of information.
How's he doing?
He's doing all right. He's making the best of his situation. But it's not easy. I mean, it hasn't been easy for us.
What has he been doing?
He's essentially been spying for us in something of a way, gathering intel and information. And now had the chance to bring it to us. There's not a lot, but especially
When's he
for
coming?
you, Azzy, because
Carry on.
I don't know when he's coming back.
Oh.
It's dangerous for him, and honestly, while he's made some stupid decisions, I trust him with the knowledge he has to know what would be safe for him
Okay.
and to take the best moves. Especially for you, Azzy, I'm going to draw out a little map of what the circus used to look like and what he's told me it looks like now, where things
Okay.
are, how they're located. But
Yeah, I'd really appreciate that.
it's not like when we left where there was still this facade of it being a circus among all of the members with just, a thing or two occasionally going wrong. It is a full blown out a sacrifice mill, essentially.
Sacrifice
Mill.
Oh. God's
They're doing it.
protect.
Yes. And apparently Dusklight is trying to goad us into going there and fighting her and curing her boredom. We're really secondary, but as soon as she's done sacrificing people or whatever, she will come after us. He gave me a little bit of information about timing and when she might be least expecting it, but the problem is when she's least expecting it will be right before a sacrifice, and she might be at the menagerie or she might be back down in Moonstone Hall. But
As much as I hate to suggest this, are we sure this is even dusklight?
I believe it.
How could someone sink so far? Well, further.
I don't know. I
Anyway.
haven't seen anything behind her eyes for a few years now. Now, it's just sort of a choice of when, but he said that the next sacrifice is going to happen soon. Tonight or tomorrow.
Tonight.
Or tomorrow.
Uh,
Whatever we do, we need to do
if
it
it's good,
now.
if it's
or
going to
right
be
in the
tonight,
morning.
exactly, we need to go. We need to do it now.
I don't know if it's tonight.
If we don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow, but if we're wrong and we go tomorrow, then it'll be too late.
Dusklight is a formidable foe. Honestly, he recognized that this isn't a likely fight for us to win.
What do we do?
That's what I propose to you all. I have shit to atone for. I am getting 4 people, if they're still alive, out if I can. And if that means I die, that means I die, but it will
That's
haunt me for ages. So I'm going tonight or tomorrow.
I'm right behind you, and we're not going to die.
I like your optimism.
Optimism begets hope. Hope is what wins.
Leafy,
I
you don't have to. None of you have to. Again, we have enough. You can all leave.
no, I don't want to see any
Leave
of you
what?
getting hurt.
Escadar.
Leave or leave you and the circus.
Both.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's not happening.
I'm just saying it's an option.
I
Okay.
I don't want to see any of you guys getting hurt. And
Here's the
that
thing.
includes Jojyre too.
We will be
Oh, you cut out.
You cut out, Lorian.
through it stronger.
You cut out. Do you mind repeating?
Yeah, I'm sorry to say it, Leafy, but no, if we pursue this, if we do the right thing, some or all of us will be hurt. But we will come through on the other side stronger for it. And we will get better. It is
Jake?
never impossible to heal.
Do you think we're ready? Do you think we can actually do this?
I don't know if that matters. I think it's something we do now or never. Whether we're ready or not. Lieriel will pull out the ringmaster's staff and hand it to Azzy. I think it's a bit tall for you, but it does have some primal abilities, if I'm remembering correctly.
Remind me what the ringmaster staff does.
It's ringmaster's staff on Archives of Nethys. I can get a link for that.
It's also in
okay.
our treasury.
Yeah, I think I did link it. I think I've tried to be really good about linking it. But it's not the greater one, it's just the standard one. Leafy, remember that you've got your animal staff if it helps at all. I think Leafy, did we also give you the wand of healing? That's just me forgetting for a moment. I have it in my notes.
I don't see it in my list of stuff I have.
Yeah, Leafy, you have Scarf of Dancing, Animal Staff, Monkey Pin, Clear Spindle, Aeon Stone, and Wand of Healing, 2nd level. Jake, do you want the dog back?
No, you keep the dog for the moment.
Okay.
It's easier for you to activate, set down and activate. So
Let's do things. Today or tomorrow? I will say we risk it if we don't go today. But I could also use armor. And I don't currently own any. I could get that first thing tomorrow, and we could stake out the forest.
as much as I really want to go tonight, we're already down a spell. We're already down a couple of spells, and we don't have our full complement.
How are we? Why would we do
Status.
Status is a level
Wow.
2.
Yeah.
And
For
that's a heal.
both Leafy and me.
One spell.
We're down 1 spell. Oh. We're down 1 resource.
One
and
for 2 of us. 1 spell for 2 of
Exactly.
us.
I'd say we put it to a vote. All in
Just my-
favor of going tonight? I
Despite
think
risks.
if we let someone die tonight when we could have saved them, I don't know if I could deal. It'd be too much.
He'll put his hand up as well. Part of the tenets of champion, so curse you.
Tonight it is.
Well, on our way there though, let's see if we can do a few things. See if we can find an all-night armory for you, for example.
I
The city
don't
that
know
never
if that
sleeps.
will exist.
You never know.
We might be able to ask around camp, see if anyone
Yeah.
has something old they haven't been using, but I don't.
Yep. If you're saying anything, Karsh, you're
Absalom
muted.
is more of a city that never sleeps.
Well,
Asking you on Cramp, you can find something, a simple armor, yes.
Yeah, I got that when I got the rogue dedication and then never picked it up, but I'm like, that +1 could really be useful.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
difference
So
in
then-
life and death there.
Then Jack will
Exactly.
spend the time and put his armor back on.
That type of thing can
Yeah.
stop, say, a critical.
A critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still probably going to get hit, but it can stop the critical.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I am going to take leather armor.
Mhm. Well, is Jojyre going to stealthily help out and participate?
If you're spying on camp, you see us getting ready.
Jojyre was going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you want another character to play?
Yeah, we'll have a different guy come
Do you want one? I can give you one.
in. We'll have a different guy come in. All good. They can do what they need to do.
As in, there's a creature
would-
that also wants payback.
Oh, you want to play Calcac? Yes.
Oh.
Well, and I will say too, like as we're sort of going out into the forest, Lieriel would try and see if Calcac was around, because there is one other creature here who understands her absolute loathing of one catfolk bitch.
I'm giving you the option.
I think Calcac was going to. I don't want to play Calcac.
Will's like, that makes sense, but I don't wanna.
How do you know
Will's
what I'm
like,
thinking?
that makes sense, but I was actually gonna bring Jojyre in last minute for a heroic reveal, and I can't play two characters.
Yeah, let's go with what Del said. No one heard that. Let's go with what Del said.
You're transparent, dear.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
I
offer
know,
was
I know.
there.
But, yeah, I know the offer was
What
there.
is it? What is
I
it?
could've-
What is it?
could've
What,
kept it
was it
going
that I
on,
said?
but
What is that I said during chat box? You're an open book, and I'm a fucking librarian.
If you missed the alignment this week, something similar was also mentioned along those exact lines, but in a much ruder context. So, I mean, the offer's still there because, again, there's still that hatred.
I mean, he should still come with us.
Yeah, I mean, Lieriel would still.
I'm
offer
only offering to one person, and I'll assign it to one person's sheet, so only that one person knows what Calcac is, because no one else still knows what Calcac is the thing.
I have a question.
By one person,
I can
are you
only
meaning
bring one
Will?
animal companion with me, can't
Yeah.
I?
Enki.
By one person, do you mean only Will can play Calcac,
No,
or
only
do you
one
mean
player.
one of us?
Yeah, one
I
player.
would gladly play Calcac.
With your
I will
spellcasting and
gladly
everything?
play.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Calcac's a little bit of a spellcaster, but I know my spells pretty well.
Not as much as you think.
I mean, just making sure Calcac. I mean, we could just send Calcac to Moonstone.
That's true. Well, no, Calcac doesn't want to go in the city. Calcac doesn't want to go in the city. So here, let's have the discussion with Calcac first and see if we can actually convince Calcac to come with us. Because frankly, if I was Calcac, I also might not want to go back to the place I was enslaved by.
Leafy's going to have Wisteria stay by the Featherfall Fires caravan tonight before we head out.
Okay, I think I'm all prepped. Of course, we're using temp on the AC, so I had to just quickly adjust that for my splint +1.
Yep.
Okay. Jake would take a few moments, go and inform the professor that we're heading out, protect the camp. We might be back.
There's concern in your voice, and
Trust me, you don't want to know.
okay.
And this is the first time I think the
Just be
professor's ever
safe.
seen Jake not being Jake. More concerned, more worried, if anything.
Just be safe.
Nods and walks off and joins the rest of the party. Well,
Yeah.
are we off on a hero's journey?
Please don't.
Uh,
I
Off
hate
for
that
eventual
word.
lives?
is there a word you'd rather use?
Villain.
I don't think it rolls
That's
off
not
the tongue.
accurate.
Off on a villain's
know.
journey? Off for eventual lives?
I mean, we are going to completely eviscerate some people. They'll still be alive at the end, maybe, if, you know, it doesn't cost our lives to do that. But you know. Anyway, and we'll start walking towards the forest, and after we get a good little bit away from camp. Are you hanging around at all?
Always.
Do you know what we're about to do?
Panic?
It looks like you're up for war.
We are.
No, not inaccurate.
You in?
Menagerie. I am hungry tonight.
We gotta take him alive.
If we
Some of them
can.
alive.
If we can.
And
I'm sure they have horses.
I'm sure they do. And
If I must.
people have been disappearing. Dusklight, they know, the guard knows at least that we're going after Dusklight, but others might have been sacrificed.
Not to me.
Lieriel didn't.
No, I'm talking about people like Danica and Victor. People that haven't been sacrificed, but might have been sacrificed.
Probably should have mentioned this earlier. I caught that creature with Danica, the lion tamer with her lion, a little bit ago in the forest. She's a bit scared off at the moment.
That's good to know.
A creature of hers is not normal, though.
No, I saw it. It's like some sort of patchwork abomination. Anyway. Let's go.
Lead the way.
So
Yeah, sorry.
I've given you a map of where you think things are, from memory at least. I'm just doing a few things here. Got to turn that off. So you can try to edit that map of where you think things are going to be.
I just love the fact I spent time jigging around how Jake works just because we didn't know when Will's coming back, and then Will's back.
I can always kick him out of the meeting, but that's a bit of a...
Yeah, also true, yes.
Oh gosh, I don't remember where Jojyre said everything was, but Lieriel would.
Are you sure? Because if one can't, then the other can't.
Look, Karsh, I was focused on the emotion.
I know.
And I wasn't taking notes because I was like, I can go see this later, and I didn't expect to do this tonight.
Yeah, this is kind of sudden.
Yeah, this is very sudden.
This is like the
which
midnight
probably
version of
means
Macca's
that it's a
Run.
horrible idea. We
always-
are going to have a TPK.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
Will is going to have his heroic moment sweeping in, and all of us will be dead.
Yeah, that's not really a heroic moment if everyone's dead already.
You have to wait until we're almost dead.
I'm trying to use
Almost dead is
reverse
almost alive.
psychology. Okay. So let's see. I know above was where the heavenly whatever was, and that's where all the sacrifices are. Or no, above is where some of the
Animals?
No, that's way far in the back, right? Way far in the back is where the animals are. Above is where Arzo and the quote unquote freaks are. Is it the far back right corner where the heavenly thing is? No. No, far left.
I wasn't looking at the screen. It's like I'm just looking.
Okay. Okay,
Cheering.
so okay, here. I can't do this. Okay, so far back left is where the heavenly is. The far back right is where the animals are, or just far back in general is where animals
Just
are.
in the very far back, yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. Where is this happening during the walkover, or is this happening just kind of, just?
I'm guessing this is happening in the walk over, in the walk
Well,
in.
as I said, Lieriel was going to draw a map specifically for Azzy because Azzy doesn't know the area. I will say too, like Jojyre said that things are vaguely similar to how they were when we were there, and we were there for like 9 fucking years.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah.
The only
So
difference
we would
is the Heavenly
know-
Gallery. That's the only difference that's been
The
renovated.
Heavenly Gallery.
Only change.
Were the like quote unquote jails, those were first thing when you get into the right?
Those were the entrance. Yeah, I was at the entrance directly to the right.
Okay. Uh-huh. And above is, and then is it behind the quote unquote jail? That's where all like the side, like the carnival barkers and games are.
No, right when you
No?
enter, the left side is where the
Oh,
carnival games
the left
are,
side.
and then right behind the carnival games, well, to the north is where the Heavenly Gallery is, and then you have
Okay.
the big tent, and then behind the big tent is the all the animals and stuff.
Okay.
You can draw on this map. That's why I gave it from you.
Yes, but
I'm on-
can't
I'm on my
type.
super special map,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
I can't type as well as I can draw, so I'm like drawing this on paper so then I can type it
Okay.
later. So can you point out where the big tent is on this? Like here. It would this be accurate to be like the big tent here-ish? Karsh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then I don't know why, but like it's not letting me actually like click and type. I have to like
That's
hold
okay.
down the mouse button while I type.
Let's go. Let's move this forward then. Let's go
Mhm.
and change this guy. Needs to go to that.
More games. Oh, wait, but I was still writing. Okay, never
Let's
mind.
go into the wheel then. Well, with the confusion going on.
We have a dear friend that's not with us. Oh, now he disappeared. Okay.
Yeah.
Calcac would be invisible if he can be. And Leafy, you have Wisteria, correct?
No, I have Blueberry. I left Wisteria.
Oh, right, with the Featherfall 5. Okay. Well, Calcac can't communicate with Blueberry. But that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah, there's this innate ability to communicate with Wisteria. But Wisteria really does not like Calcac. But either way.
Calcac can turn invisible, right? I'm not seeing that on the sheet, but I am definitely saying that if he can be invisible, he is right now. Oh yeah, they're innate.
At will.
Yeah. So Calcac is currently invisible.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna read that real quick. Calcac can do some cool shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I thought,
Nice.
why not give it to you guys as a backup when you think you're in danger? So,
Yeah.
let's move forward.
I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm about to fall
Yeah.
asleep at any second.
Shall we end it here before we get into this then?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
If you're tired, we've got something.
yeah.
I feel like this is a big thing that needs a whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be. I don't know what. Maybe I was given decaf coffee by mistake, but I want to be fully awake for this.
No problem. I'm okay with that. It is, as I said, a big thing, and I wasn't expecting it this week, but I've prepped enough to be able to do it. But
Yeah.
if you guys aren't, I'm fine with that. So, We'll end this here. We'll end it at the outskirts. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Can we clarify that we are stealthing as well?
Stealthing. We can do the rolls.
Okay.
Sneaky. Are we doing them now?
I
can
want
do
to
them now
make
if you
sure
wish.
that that is a thing that we are establishing, because it might be pivotal. Jake, Lieriel, I'm happy with this order.
I can't see anything
Uh,
on the map apart from my token.
Well, where's stealth?
Stealth is below society.
Well, it is
I'm
late
a-
at night, so you might not be able to see things unless you
Yeah,
have
That's
I'm a-
really bad for me.
I'm a re-roll that.
re-rolling stealth. Well, of course you're going to
Yeah.
re-roll because you get it back next week. That's why they're going to do that, isn't it?
Well,
You
no.
Right.
only get it back if you have 0.
Oh, it's true. Yes.
30.
I'm gonna get rid of all these.
We're
cards.
not
If
rolling well.
only Jojyre was there to follow the leader.
I know. I was about to say
Yeah.
I took keen follower and everything when Jojyre comes back.
Really did.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this thing.
Oh, I love Calcac.
Yeah.
Let me just delete that.
I love him so much. Oh, that's really interesting.
Ah,
So
not much better.
it was better.
Okay. Well,
It
unless
was
anyone
better.
else is...
Better than 5.
Yes.
Oh wait, I need to roll for blueberry.
Blueberry can go off yours if needed.
Blueberry is way better at stealth than
Oh,
I
okay.
am.
Oh, come
Apparently, you can
bloody
go.
hell, Will.
Blueberry's got a +11. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that
Somehow.
too. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
seem to have
circumstances
lagged.
bonus
I don't
with
know what's
woods.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
we're
it
going to end
lagged,
it here because
so
it's
unfortunately,
it's late in the session. It's a very emotional session. I think these were the first dice we've rolled all bloody session.
Yep.
I wanted Jojyre to meet up with the rest of us.
Will, what are
Oh.
you rolling all of those stealths
Nothing.
for?
That's a lot of
Just to sh-
stealth.
Is
Just to
that
show
if
off.
we notice you? If so, I will check my perception DC, and everyone else should as well.
Does Blueberry notice him?
I think
Check
there was
your
a first one of only 22.
Let's see.
Unless Will, you're
lowest one-
re-rolling.
His lowest
think
one was
so.
25. My perception DC is 26.
The lowest is 23.
Oh.
So 22, 23,
22.
28, 30, like 25. There's a lot of them there.
Oh, wait. Oh,
22 is
yeah,
the
I'm
lowest.
only seeing the ones after Blueberry.
There's
yeah.
a few up there.
Who rolled, or whose perception DC is above a 22? We all just pretending that he's
I'm 20.
not there.
Okay, perception DC is your base
Perception plus
Plus 10.
10. Yeah. Most
I have
people will be-
24.
How'd I roll a 6? That's impossible. Anyways, you
happens.
see a figure following in the darkness. You don't know who he is, but all good. All right.
So we'll end it here. It's been emotional. Welcome back, Will.
Welcome back.
Less
Good to have you
violent.
back, mate.
Less violent. Welcome back. Than I expected. I expected there'd be a lot
Yeah,
of
I didn't
bloodletting.
think it'd be
Yeah,
violent.
he
I didn't
messaged
think
me
it'd
after
be
I sent him the message saying, like, I thought this was going to be a stab to the heart. Turns out it's an invitation to get stabbed.
Yeah.
I'd like to invite you to the next 7 of my heart. It's next week. Next week on at Goblin Cave TV.
I
It's
do.
okay. It's okay.
I do want to point out, Del, I appreciate and I'm really annoyed of the shot glass of holy water.
Oh, yeah, I've had that idea for a long
Yeah.
time. I
Same.
knew that I was going to do that as soon as, particularly too, and I'm glad I did that because as soon as Jojyre went to hug Lieriel, because Lieriel saw that creature hug and then almost kill someone.
Yeah, that happened. But we'll head off. It's been again emotional. Let's do our outros. Lorian, before you fall asleep on us
Yeah.
over in the UK, thank you for staying up. At
Hey.
least.
Yeah. I mean, I have been up for
A
Too
while.
many hours.
He's too sleep
yeah,
deprived
it's
to
it's
count.
it's like 18 hours or so. Hi, I'm Lorian. I when I'm not a sleepy boy, I do music. I've got two new releases out for the last couple of weeks. Last week I released my cover of In the Blood from Hades, along with its accompanying music video, which I worked very, very hard on. And this week I released a new commission, which is a D&D character theme for a client on Twitter, which I'm very proud of. So go and listen to those on my YouTube channel, Lorian Ross. Otherwise, check out my music on Spotify, Apple Music, or your streaming services. And yeah, that's me. I will try and get myself organized. So I've had some more rest, and I've
some coffee.
Yeah, some coffee and some stuff like that for next week.
So move on to Del.
Hi everyone, I'm Del, and I've been playing Lieriel the Liberator, your Elven Aasimar escape artist and cleric of Calistria. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. This has been some fun but very, very stressful RP, and I can't wait to see where the story goes next. So be sure to tune in next week. That's all I got.
Honestly,
you can't find me anywhere. I don't exist.
Honestly, Karsh, do you mind if I head off now? Is it going to ruin the overlay? Because I'm just...
It'll ruin the overlay, but we'll be quick. Will.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Everybody, my name is Will. I'm playing Jojyre Vanrik, the very fancy ringmaster, previous ringmaster of the Circus of the Broken Chain. I hope everyone had a great time today. It's been a lot of RP, of course. It's just get it out of the way before we have our very fun combats and things like that. So yeah, I hope that everyone has had a great time. I missed everybody. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad that everyone's
Missed you too,
here.
buddy.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I'm excited. So,
Emi?
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi, and I've been playing Leafy, the Leshy Druid. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Emi_Rabbit, where I mostly play Minecraft. I've started doing some art streams as well, just once a week, just to kind of try and keep my art, keep practice up. So, yeah.
Okay. And finally, MrLiveProducer.
Hello, MrLiveProducer. This week's been a fun show. And looks like next week's going to be back to the death. Hooray! You can usually catch... Yay, back to killing. You can usually catch me on all the socials of MrLiveProducer, because we don't know what social is going to be around next week. And yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Have fun. Look after yourself.
We got stuff capping on YouTube. All our content goes to YouTube, so please, if you're on YouTube, follow us there, like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. I've got more stuff in the works, more editing to do. We're not going to do raid. Let's just get out of here. Have a great day, and see you next week. Bye. Everybody.
Bye.